Hey, everybody. Today we are talking about something very, very important. A skill you must learn and master. And it is boundaries. We're talking about setting boundaries, so stick around.
You're listening to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast.
Welcome to Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast. And now your host, Meliss-Ep.
So let's talk about what a boundary really is. A boundary is a statement of intent that you put in place so that you can protect your energy, your aura, and all of that stuff that keeps everything positive and uplifting, as though you had a golden bubble around you. So you're protecting your energy and negating the conflicts of your everyday life or the demands of the routine or the people that need you, like going to work or having kids. So boundaries allow us the space to take care of ourselves on so many levels: spiritually, emotionally, physically, mentally, and really socially, psychologically, financially, anything you can add an LY to. I mean, this is what the boundaries help you with. And they take away the stress that you have in decision making, because it's like you're drawing a line in the sand and you've made a broad decision. So when you're trying to make micro decisions, little tiny decisions, you can see if they fit within that big boundary that you set. So instead of getting caught up in making all of these decisions throughout the whole day, it's kind of like you have a set of guidelines that you follow, and then you just go back to the playbook and you read it and you say, oh, does this fit in with the guidelines? And if it does fit in the guidelines, then you know which way to make your decision. And if it doesn't fit in the guidelines, then you know which way to make your decision, the other way. So this helps you decide what you should do, what you shouldn't do, and it's really, really helpful. Now, boundaries can be used in your relationships. It can be used with self-care. It can be used with money. And of course, it can be used with your time. So let's talk about why boundaries are so important. First of all, being able to say no instead of saying yes when you mean no is really, really powerful. You won't feel forced to say yes, even if it's against your better judgment. You don't really want to say yes, and then you do say yes, and then you wish, oh, I shouldn't have said yes. Why did I do this? Why am I wasting my time? Or why am I miserable being here? Or why am I upset? Or why am I just not in flow? And that is because you said yes when you meant to say no. So this way you won't feel forced into that.
Want to connect about all your marketing needs and have access to all my free resources? Connect with other health and life coaches, healers, and virtual assistants that support those types of businesses. Join the fun over at magneticmarketingmastermind.com.
Also, if you set those boundaries up front, whether it's with yourself or with someone else, you are letting either the universe know or this other person know, you are alerting them that there are expectations. And things run really smoothly when there are expectations in place from the get-go. It's clear, everybody knows what to expect, there's a lot of respect, and when you are able to communicate what you need, people do respect you more. And you feel more confident to get what you need. And it feels really good. It's a form of self-care. And when you take care of yourself, you're happier, you're healthier, you have more patience, you're less reactive, you've got a lot of energy, you're not as angry, you don't feel as much guilt, you don't have as much resentment. It's really a beautiful feeling. So boundaries create safety, a feeling of security. And without boundaries, if you didn't have that beautiful golden aura around you, you didn't tell people what you were or were not willing to do. Without these boundaries, you will end up absorbing other people's energy and their feelings, and you'll take responsibility for what's going on, and you'll feel guilty, and you'll feel overworked, and you won't feel well rested, and you may feel burnout. You will definitely get to a negative point in your life where you're like, what am I doing? Nothing I'm doing is for me. I am just constantly giving and giving my energy out. And it really will affect you negatively, both physically and mentally. Your health is important, and you will get burnt out if you don't have boundaries, and it will affect your health negatively. And then you also lose yourself. You end up being a watered down version of everyone else that you're serving. So you won't know how to feel. You won't know what you're interested in. You won't know what you truly want. And you're letting other people make all those decisions for you. So if that sounds like you, if you have trouble setting boundaries, then let's talk a little bit about how you can set them. Because I don't want you to feel guilty. This is a form of self-care. As you get older, you become more of an adult, you realize that taking care of yourself is a priority, and boundary setting is part of that. So boundaries need to be specific. You need to start with a positive statement, a statement of intent. I will, I can, I want. And then you need to understand what result you're looking for. So ask yourself, what do you need? What do I need right now? What can I do right now to support that need? And then when you answer that, you have set a boundary. So for example, if I had an ex who called me all the time on the phone and said horrible things to me and yelled at me and didn't treat me very nicely, and every time they called me, I picked up the phone and listened to that, and it drained my energy and it made me feel bad, and I still continued to take the calls, then I desperately need to set a boundary. So what I would do is I would be very specific and say something like, I will not be treated badly on the phone. So that's the specificity of it. It's a positive statement. I will not be treated badly on the phone. And you know what? That's a little negative. So let's say I will be treated well on the phone. Even better. I will be treated well on the phone. That's the result that I want. I want to be treated well on the phone. So I will be treated well on the phone. Now, what do I need? I need to be treated well. And how do I support that need? Well, I'm not going to answer the phone when someone's not going to treat me well. Or once I'm on the phone, if I'm not being treated well, I'm going to end the phone call. And that is a boundary. So the next time this person may call me and it gets heated and it starts being ugly on the phone, I remember I will be treated well on the call. And if I'm not being treated well on the call, I am setting that boundary. And I will say, you know what? Why don't you call me back when you've calmed down and you're not going to call me names? Have a good day. And I hang up. And now I want you to understand that it all sounds easy to do when we write it on paper and we talk about it. But putting it into practice is just that. It's practice. It is a new skill. It takes practice. It may take time to build up that confidence muscle. It may take time to understand this process. It may take time to understand yourself enough to really know what it is that you need or want. But it's a really good skill to learn. I want to leave you with this mantra. I want you to write this down and I want you to read it. If you are the one that is having trouble with boundaries, I want you to say, I deserve to ask for what I need. I deserve to ask for what I need. And you do, because you matter. Your self-care matters. Your self-love matters. And when you set boundaries, you are going to grow confidently, and your beautiful golden aura is going to shine out to others. And you're going to be able to attract positive people in your life that respect your boundaries, which is going to build you up and make you a bigger, better version of yourself. All right, I hope this helps, and I'll talk to you soon.
Thanks for listening to the Marketing Tips with Meliss podcast at www.marketingtipswithmeliss.com.
Hey, coaches and healers, it's time to feel supported in your business. Head on over to our free community to get access to my best resources for free. I'm talking marketing tips, business strategy, feedback, and so much more. Join now at magneticmarketingmastermind.com. See you there.